Hello everyone. Whether you're just getting into gardening or looking to step up your game, I'm here to show you the advanced guide to gardening in Wizard101 without needing to spend any crowns. I'd like to briefly touch up on energy gear choices without the need of spending money, and you're going to need a lot of it in order to take care of the gardens with my strategy. Your best options for farming energy gear are going to be the Mirror Lake for the Splendid gear set, which various pieces drop from different bosses inside of. Alternatively and better, you can farm the 5 boxes event in Avalon, which at the time of recording is currently running. This dungeon drops various level 80 Green Warden energy gear, which surpasses that of the Splendid gear, but it isn't available as widely as often, so get it as fast as you can if you're watching this now. You can also obtain energy wands, athames, and rings from Aphrodite 2 in Darkmoor, which is a stone key boss and worth the time if you have a group to farm it with. And third and finally, I highly suggest that you train up an energy pet with talents, which are readily available in the pet kiosk, and I also have several which I can loan out, so feel free to comment if you need one. With that out of the way, we can move on to the majority section of this video. Moving on to the most difficult part and most important part, it's going to be farming the seeds. The main seed we're going to be going after is couch potatoes, and ideally we're going to want 69 of them for a full plot garden. 69 seeds is the maximum that a spell can hit. I recommend that you farm the Gulchers in the Mirage Caravan, as they seem to have the most consistent drop rate, as well as dropping Evil Magma Peas, which is another plant that drops rare reagents and mega pet snacks. And they also drop various huckleberries, which I'll touch more on shortly. Alternatively, if you're a lower level and you don't have access to Mirage, you can farm the Troubled Warriors in the Saverstad Pass of Grizzleheim, although they notably appear to be rare drops, and they also don't drop huckleberries or evil magma peas. Please note that farming the seeds is going to take you time, and you're not going to get this done immediately or in one day. I highly recommend that you dedicate an hour of your time, or you set a flat amount that you want to get each day before you quit farming. If you do 5 couch potatoes a day, you can have a full garden in 2 weeks, and it'll roughly take you about an hour to do that. I recommend that you put on a TV show in the back, you shut your brain off while you do it, and if there's other players nearby, that you join them. The more enemies that you fight, the more drops you're gonna get. Cooperation is key, and everybody there needs seeds, so it's best to work together. Save every couch potato, evil magma pea, and both the red and pink huckleberries. Once you have collected 69 couch potato seeds, you can stop farming. We need to build 2 garden beds to accommodate both the couch potatoes and the huckleberries. I highly recommend that you follow this guide that I've linked below, made by Farrick, as he explains and shows you exactly how to build the garden step by step. A quick summary, if you don't want to watch it right now: you build your plots onto a low square table, which can be purchased in the Mushu housing shop, and each plot is placed 4 units apart at maximum sensitivity in the advanced movement option of housing. You build your garden in rows, going from 2, then a row of 6, then 2 rows of 8, 2 rows of 10, 2 rows of 8, another row of 6, and a row of 3. One garden will be built in large plots for the couch potatoes, and the second will be built in small plots for huckleberries. You actually don't even need to build a garden. You can use just pots, and you can still fit 69 inside of a spell. If you've acquired enough evil magma peas, you can also feel free to build a small garden for those, as they drop rare reagents and mega pet snacks like couch potatoes do. I highly recommend that you also build your couch potato garden outside in the Red Barn farmhouse, and you build a small garden for the huckleberries inside the house somewhere. The couch potatoes are going to be pretty self-explanatory. They will need to have their needs met, and you should be taking care of them just like any other plant. Couch potatoes are going to drop various aura treasure cards that you can sell, rare and power treasure cards, which you should save for trading with other players in the Gamma Trading Post Discord. They're primarily used for pet lens, reagents, treasure cards, and you can even buy crowns items from other players if you save enough. Couch potatoes also drop level 6 and 7 pet snacks that mature, which are okay. They also sell for decent gold in the bazaar. And at Elder, they're going to drop you level 9 pet snacks, which are an absolute godsend and save you time when you train pets. Moving on to the huckleberries, the reason we kept both pink and red is because these huckleberry seeds rarely drop deadly elephant ears. While maybe not as good as couch potatoes or evil magma peas, deadly elephant ears drop many rare reagents like diamonds, sunstone, and aether, as well as dropping level 8 pet snacks and ultra elephant ears at Elder, which also drop rare reagents and level 8 pet snacks. The nice thing about huckleberries is we don't need to get them to Elder in order to get what we're looking for. I like to use a strategy right before they hit Elder. I allow the huckleberries to begin wilting, and I will take care of their needs once that starts. This will reset the timer on mature, and it's important to note that huckleberries do not drop their own seeds at Elder Harvest, So you need to keep them in sort of this limbo state at mature. You can do this for a very long time and acquire an obscene amount of deadly Helifiniers. I currently have over 200 seeds, which is 3 gardens. I highly recommend that you at least get enough for another 69 plot, so a full garden. And once you have enough deadly Helifiniers, you can take care of them just like your couch potatoes. You don't need to do anything else special. One thing a lot of people don't know about gardening in this game is plants are on a seed and need basis. What that means is if you don't visit your house when you've planted your seeds, you won't need to meet any of their needs. Furthermore, they will continue to gain progress towards Elder if they're mature. If you don't need to use your energy or you don't want to, you can visit your home until your seeds reach the mature stage, take care of their needs for the first time, and proceed to not come back for 5 days or so when they hit Elder. You can reap the best benefits of your plants without really having to pay much attention, and more people should definitely be taking advantage of this. It actually gets even crazier though, because plants are on a seed need basis. You can plant both a garden inside and outside of your house, and if you never go inside of the house in your castle, those needs will never need to be started either. This allows us to manipulate when exactly our plants are going to reach Elder and maximize our use of energy. And I'll show you what I mean by that on my main here. Hey guys, just wanted to quickly show you my garden setup on my main account here. I have extra housing, so I'm able to do even more plots than normal. This will be my first plot. I have a total of 3 on this character. So this is outside in my Ever After village. And then if we go down to my item count here, you'll see that I'm at 148 at 250. We unfortunately can't fit 2 69 plot gardens in one area without buying an elixir from the crown shop. But to get around that, what we can do is build both inside and outside of our houses. So if you go inside here, you'll see that I already have another garden plot ready. I don't have enough energy to harvest it yet, but you'll see that it doesn't actually tie into the item count. And if I go through this portal here, I'm going to have a 3rd garden, which has needs I need to meet right now, which is no big deal. But because they're all staggered, they're going to have different needs at different times, and I'll try to explain this as best as I can, but essentially you can stagger how your gardens finish. So I normally have it set up so my outdoor garden comes first, and then the next day that inside garden will be ready, and then the next day after that this garden will be ready. Generally, you just want to spread it out a day or 2 for each one to finish so you have the proper amount of energy. Even further, you could put another garden in the house down here. I already have 3 on this character, so I definitely don't need any more than that, as well as most of my characters on this account are, just because I've acquired so many seeds from playing over the years. Obviously, you don't have to get as crazy as I do, but if you do, you can acquire a crazy amount of pet snacks. I believe I'm totally capped out here, or it's just stopped counting because it doesn't go up anymore, which is hilarious. Yeah, just wanted to quickly show that. Anyways guys, that's going to do it for today's guide. If you have any other questions, if I can be of any help to you and your gardening experience, please feel free to leave a comment. It's been Redbeard guys, I'll see you later.